Hi and welcome to Lines on Design. I am at my favorite place, Endangered Arts. I am here with my friend Julie Rogers. And you know what we're talking about today? We're really going to focus in on 5 fantastic artists.
Yes.
You have, every now and then, you have events and they're not to be missed. So we wanted to, whether you come to the event or it's after the event, it's really worth talking about.
It is. It's our October show. We try to do it every year, and it's the 12th and 13th of October, which is not too far along.
Exactly.
But 5 of our top artists are going to be here, and 4 of them are going to be painting. So it's so cool that we set them up, and you know they're painting, they interact with customers, and it's just a lot of fun.
If you've never been to one, they're really worth coming to for that exact reason. I think it's wonderful to come and appreciate art when you see it hung on the wall, but to actually watch the techniques of these artists is pretty phenomenal.
It is, because they're all really different, and that's why we picked these 5 of all the artists that we carry, because they're very different.
All right, let's go through them if we can. And that's
Sure.
sort of the gist of this segment today, is go through each artist and talk a little bit about what they're doing, what's new, what we can expect from that particular artist. Let's start here.
This is Stephen Harlan. This is a guy that actually does, we just did a segment not too long ago on him. These are all done on the computer, so very different. So if you come and meet him, I'm excited about talking to him, because this is such a different, it's not traditional painting like the other guys do. So he'll actually bring sketches that he's done, and then they end up here. And
It's pretty amazing.
And you can see how crisp and sharp the lines are. He does them on canvas as well as aluminum. So it'll be a lot of, this is his first show, so it'll be a lot of fun for him to be here.
Now, you're a photographer. When you hear computer and photography and then painting, just 3 different mediums?
Yeah, they're 3 different mediums. He's so different than the other guys that just paint with a brush.
Okay.
So,
is this one of his?
yeah, this is one of his. This
is new. I love
these
this.
are all new.
Yes.
Clay and I were here last night till 8 o'clock because in the last 2 days we've gotten 41 pieces of new art for the show. So if you come in before, you can see a lot of what's here, and then some is still coming. So,
and you know, I think my mantra, and I say this to you all the time, is good art does not have to match your sofa.
Exactly.
And when you come into Endangered Arts with that kind of mindset, you can fall in love with whatever you fall in love with. We were just talking, our cameraman was like, I really love the Star Wars pictures.
Yeah.
And it's just so funny because we all have sort of our personal favorites, if we will.
And we want you to come in and buy something because you like it.
Right.
Because my art, I look at it every day. I mean, I enjoy it. Usually it kind of has a story, but we want you to enjoy what you buy. Don't think, well, it's got to match everything in my house.
That's right. Oh, my house is traditional.
And you're a decorator, so you know that.
I know it, and I practice it. And it's funny, if you can allow someone to put a piece that they love into the room, somehow it seems to assimilate and look beautiful.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've got number 1. Number 2 artist.
James Coleman. He's been with us for the 25 almost years that we've been here. He's the former Disney artist, so he's going to be here. He's kind of like the head guy here. Everybody has so much respect for him.
Is it fair to say that he has sort of a depth and a breadth to the way he paints?
Oh,
There's
he
a
does.
richness. I don't. For some reason, I always want to move in like a 3-dimensional feel.
And you can with his.
Right?
And he can paint anything. I mean, he's so diverse. You can keep collecting his artwork because we never know what he's going to paint. I mean, every time he keeps reinventing himself, which is very smart for an artist to do, because they don't get stuck in a box. So yeah, James, we love it when he's here, because he's just, all these guys are fun. They interact with the customers, and they'll be sitting there painting a painting, and all these people are asking them questions, and it doesn't
they're
faze
having
them.
a ball.
They're having a ball. So
does he do commission pieces?
Yeah, all of them do.
Okay, so they will all do a commission piece.
They all do commission pieces. Rodale is the next artist. He paints a lot for my photography, which is so much fun. And there's a piece that we're premiering at the show.
Okay.
You'll get a little sneak peek. But it's a huge shrimp boat at sunrise. And I'm just blown away. I cannot wait to see. I haven't seen it yet, the real thing.
The real thing.
All I've seen are little sniblets of the painting. So.
Do you all talk about what you...
We do.
Do you? Like,
Yeah.
I sure would like to paint
Yeah. He'll call me and say, okay, send me photographs of blah, blah, blah. Or I'm the one that suggested the shrimp boat just
Okay.
because of my customers. A lot of them
yes.
want a reproduction of a Hilton head shrimp boat at sunrise. So he's painting it. We're going to have the original here, but reproductions are going to be available. So I'm so excited about this painting. It's gorgeous.
How did you meet him?
A long time ago, another one of our artists introduced us, and at that time he was living in Hawaii, and all of the paintings were of Hawaii, and I said, that's not going to work.
Right.
So I sent him a bunch of photos, and he painted them, and we knew, I mean, as soon as they got here, they sold. So
what's it like to have your photography translated on canvas?
It's the ultimate compliment. I mean, these guys are huge. Rodell paints for Star Wars and Disney, and for him to call me and say, I need a photo, or I want to paint from your photos. And James Coleman does the same thing. It's pretty cool.
Well, as much as we talk about endangered arts, you're sort of the low key, you know.
I'm very,
but talk about the unsung hero of this whole thing, the one who puts it together. You and Clay are amazing. All right, that's number 3. Number 4.
Steve Barton.
Okay.
He's the wavy artist, and
I've grown to love him.
Oh, that's what a lot of people say. You kind of have to ease into Steve, and if you ever meet him, you just love him because he's so laid back.
You always said that.
Oh, he's just typical California. He's honestly, he would give the art away if his wife would let him. He's a good guy.
That's why we have partners.
Yeah, he's but we love it when he's here. And we just got pieces of his in yesterday, and they're so gorgeous. I mean, he's so much fun.
Well, he's fun. It's all about color for him too.
Yes.
Which I really love. And does he stick to a certain genre? I mean, are sort of the waves or the free floating?
Kind of, but every once in a while he'll call me and say, because he's never painted turtles till I sent him photographs of turtles. And
You're kidding.
Yeah, but they're Steve Bartonized.
Okay, right.
So if you want a really detailed turtle, it's not going to be from him.
Okay.
You need to go with Rodell. But if you want a fun turtle or a fun pelican, I've got one of his pelicans in my house. It's got purple feet, and he actually looks drunk, and it's my favorite painting in the house.
You said that, okay, one of the things, this is a little tease, is when your house is done, we're going to come and check out your fantastic art too. I'm so excited about that.
Yeah, I can't wait to hang it back up, because right now some of it's in here.
Yeah, right now we really could see it. All right, number 5.
Is Philip Anthony. He's black and white, but he's venturing out a little bit. He's doing color. In fact, we've got some new pieces that he just drove up here last weekend. He lives in Orlando.
I was going to say, where's he from?
Yeah, he drove them up to help Clay out.
Okay.
But he's painting flowers. We've got a sunflower that's gorgeous that he painted. So he's stepping out of the box a little bit as well.
Well, what's interesting to me, and I want to go back to him in just a second, but it's really fascinating because going to market, the furniture market, design market, a lot of botanicals.
Yeah.
Which, you know, sort of ebbs and flows ebbs and flows.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing these very grand statement pieces of botanicals, and that's sort of what he's into.
Yeah, he's into that right now. He's into color. So he says, you know, every once in a while he just kind of likes to shake it up, and he's really good. I mean, all these guys are so talented. I mean,
when you're choosing an artist for this particular gallery, is there someone or something or kind of a criteria that you're looking at when you're making the selections?
Well, the first thing is personality.
Okay.
If it doesn't click with Clay and I don't care how good you are, because this is a family.
Yes. And it always has been.
It always has and always will be. So we look for that first, and then of course to see if the artwork will kind of fit in here. And you know, sometimes it doesn't work, and you know, the artist understands that. If it doesn't sell, we have a good relationship. We'll just say, well, it didn't work here.
Exactly.
So,
and which is funny, because when you walk in, the flavor initially that you get, if you really pay attention, it's completely eclectic.
It is.
And I can't imagine there isn't something here for everyone.
Well, that's what we try to do. We keep looking for new things, and we have a waiting list right now, and we just have no room
for artists.
Oh,
so, you're kidding.
So we, you know, if we get an opening, we'll talk to them and see. But we keep our core, because some of these guys have been with us for 25 years, so we're not letting them go.
No, exactly.
We love them.
And once again, we're talking about events that you have periodically throughout the year, and this one is an autumn event that's coming up.
And the 12th and 13th.
Exactly. If you haven't had a chance, and if it's after the 12th and 13th, that doesn't mean you can't come in and check it out.
Exactly, because you have to see this art to appreciate it.
You really really do. Thank you all for joining us here on Lines on Design. It's always a treat to be here with you, Julie, at Endangered Arts. See you later. Bye-bye.